Kia ora team, fun waves around this weekend with a bit of variety coast to coast, including sneaky Tropo swells, garden variety, west coast good times, and more. Full analysis and Kiwi run cams at goodsurfnow.co.nz. Righto, west coast are ticking along nicely with a small but fun size swell coming up the Tasman and generally light winds under the high pressure system. The North Island's west coast is around a metre Saturday, a touch bigger Sunday, pretty cruisy all day with sea breezes likely later on. Taranaki around that 1 to 1.2 metre mark. North side of the Cape looks best early. Westerlies are forecast to come in later on. Kapiti and Manawatu is a bit ordinary this weekend with messy weak wind swell as the highlight. The South Island looking a bit tricky with the winds, but Sunday could be the go with brief morning offshores forecast in places. The south coast is bigger up to 2 metres, and I reckon Sunday is the better day wind wise with light north to northeast. Offshore winds forecast, it could be on down there. Nelson pretty much a write off, sorry. The northeast coast has the most interesting setup. A fairly small tropical low has been in undercover mode since Wednesday. It doesn't look like much, but it punches above its weight because of its behaviour. Essentially, there's some northerly fetch in this storm which brews up a north swell, and the storm tracks directly over the top of the swell, adding more energy to it. So even though the storm is small, the dynamic fetch is at least 1,000 kilometres. So there's also a broader northeast wind field under the Cook Islands feeding in extra northeast swell. Saturday is the bigger day, up to 1.2 metres on the swell magnets with a bit of lump and bump from light northeasterly onshore sea breezes. Sunday drops back a touch, but should be cleaner with offshore winds in the morning, should be fun. And east and south coasts of the North Island see small pulses of south swell favouring south facing magnets, nothing huge but fun sized if you're on it early. Gisborne around a metre Saturday, you may need to bounce around between the usual staples and south facing breaks as those winds bounce around a bit. Wairarapa and the south coast have options both days. The winds are a bit swirly, so check the cams and forecast before you commit. And in the South Island, expect surfable south swell plus a little northeast bump in the mix. The south facing breaks, I reckon, could be the pick of it this weekend, but there are some other options around. More detail on the site. Have a mint weekend, team.